Hello, my name is Counselor Jay. Main thing that I'd like to think about and be able to convey today is my experience and particularly what I've noticed over the last, at least this last early results season. I've noticed a lot of successful strategies, and that's obviously a couple of the things that I want to be able to focus on and be able to convey to you guys today. You have two kind of entry points as a student when you apply for colleges. You have your academic profile, and then you have everything else. And that could be your extracurricular. It could be, I would argue that most schools in the top 15, so as you go higher in the ranks, your activities become more important. I'd argue your major choice and how you convey specialization and experience. Computer science, I think, has been on the rise. I see a lot of students applying as computer science. And I don't mean to say shallow is bad. I'd rather like to say that shallow is the 시작 point, it's the start. So shallow could mean a student, if you are maybe a junior and you're listening to this, start going deeper. There's so much more than you could say than the buzzwords like AI and machine learning. I'll ask a student, hey, okay, so why are you interested in business? And they'll give me the basic buzzwords, right? Oh, I'm interested in investment. They'll know the names of the college. There are so many ways you can attach business to a unique interest. For example, maybe you're interested in business along with environmental science and sustainability, in which case you might want to start, or the business model and economics of carbon capture, which is biomedical, biochemistry, still really competitive. What I mean by competitive majors is not to say you should avoid these. Because they're more competitive, you need to be able to specialize more or go deeper or perform at a higher level. If a student came to me and mentioned things like that, talked about the recent buzzwords in the professional field today, like personalized medicine, personal health informatics, medical optical technologies that use computer vision and data analysis, that's the kind of student that's going to be much more interesting to me. How do you encourage deeper exploration? My philosophy has always been to meet students where they're at. Don't try to make them come to you. And so to me, again, it would be about using social media, about using media content to help them out. This is where, as parents, it'd be great if you also started to lean in to more of the Zoomer generation of content. Once you get to a certain interest level, though, there are a couple that I really recommend. These, I think, instead of completely shunning away the topics of what they're interested in, like video games or basketball, leveraging that interest to create parallels for them to understand the concepts, at least for me, has been really effective over the years. Final thoughts, I'd say there's this notion that you have to be a leader to get into college. It's being a leader in the way you think, and the leader in the way you think about where your major is going, where your interest will end up in the next 10, 15 years. That, to me, has knowledge. You got to be able to walk the walk and talk the talk, at least as best as you can. And the best way to do that is to listen and to read more. Stumbling at the finish line. I see this a lot too. We focus and invest too much on the academic profile. Be sure that you not only focus on doing the activities and the academics right, but when it gets to the applications and when it gets to the essays, how you convey that, how you signal that, I would argue is really, really important. The growth mindset for me would be to encourage taking risks. Do you want to try this? And then following up with failure. Anytime they make a mistake, anytime they fail, don't chastise them. Instead, it's, what did you learn from that mistake? Okay, next time, what can we do better about it? And if they're willing to commit to that process of making mistakes, learning, growing, then that, to me, ultimately is the best recipe for a student who will succeed in life.